Loneliness is one of the most misunderstood experiences of modern life. Most people treat it as a temporary emotion, a mood, or a phase. But loneliness is not just emotional. It is structural. It is neurological. It is biological. It is existential. Loneliness is a condition that changes how your brain perceives reality. When you are lonely, your mind is not simply sad, it is reprogrammed. From an evolutionary perspective, loneliness was a death sentence. For hundreds of thousands of years, humans survived only in tribes. Being excluded meant exposure to predators, starvation, and extinction. Your brain still carries this ancient survival code. It does not distinguish between social rejection and physical danger. To the brain, loneliness equals threat. This is why isolation feels painful. Pain is not a weakness. Pain is information. Your brain is saying you are not safe alone. When loneliness becomes chronic, the brain enters a permanent defensive state. The amygdala becomes more active. Threat detection increases. Neutral faces appear hostile. Ambiguous messages feel like rejection. The lonely brain is not pessimistic by personality. It is pessimistic by design. It is trying to protect you. Chronic loneliness changes your body. Stress hormones remain elevated. Inflammation increases. The immune system weakens. Sleep becomes fragmented. The cardiovascular system suffers. Long-term loneliness has been linked to increased risk of heart disease, stroke, dementia, depression, and early mortality. Loneliness is not a metaphorical killer. It is a statistical one. Some researchers compare its health impact to heavy smoking or obesity. But the most dangerous effect of loneliness is not physical. It is psychological identity erosion. When you are isolated for a long time, your sense of self begins to shift. You start constructing narratives about who you are. I am different. I don't belong. People don't understand me. I am meant to be alone. These thoughts feel personal, but they are byproducts of neural adaptation. Your brain creates meaning to justify your social environment. Meaning becomes belief. Belief becomes identity. Identity becomes destiny. Loneliness also distorts time perception. Moments feel longer. Days feel heavier. The future feels more distant. Without social anchors, the brain loses temporal structure. This is why isolation can feel like floating in space. There is also a paradox of modern loneliness. You can be surrounded by people and still feel alone. You can have thousands of followers and zero connection. You can be in a relationship and still feel unseen. Loneliness is not about proximity, it is about resonance. Connection is not physical presence, it is psychological synchronization. When minds align, loneliness dissolves. When minds disconnect, loneliness emerges, even in a crowd. Technology amplifies this effect. Social media simulates connection, but often removes depth. You see others, but you are not seen. You hear voices, but you are not heard. Your brain evolved for small tribes, face-to-face interaction, shared rituals, and emotional feedback. Digital environments are cognitively rich, but emotionally thin. This creates a global loneliness paradox. More connected devices, fewer connected minds. Loneliness also changes decision-making. When people feel socially secure, they take risks, create, explore, build. When people feel isolated, they conserve energy, avoid risk, and retreat. From an evolutionary standpoint, this makes sense. If the tribe is gone, investing in the future is less adaptive. This is why loneliness is associated with reduced motivation, creativity, and ambition. It is not laziness, it is evolutionary logic misfiring in a modern environment. Another hidden effect of loneliness is cognitive narrowing. When isolated, the brain becomes more self-focused. Attention collapses inward, rumination increases, perspective decreases. You think more about yourself, but you understand yourself less. Social interaction acts as a cognitive mirror. Without mirrors, the mind becomes distorted. Loneliness also affects morality and empathy. Research shows that socially isolated individuals can become less empathetic, more suspicious, and more defensive. This is not because they are bad people. This is because empathy evolved in social contexts. When social bonds weaken, cooperative circuits weaken. Loneliness is not just personal, it is societal. But here's the deeper layer. Loneliness is not only social, there is existential loneliness. Even among friends, even among family, there is a fundamental gap between minds. No one can fully experience your consciousness. No one can fully merge with your subjective world. This is the human condition. Some philosophers argue that loneliness is the price of individuality. You are a separate mind in an infinite universe. But this existential loneliness does not have to be despair. It can be the foundation of meaning. There are different types of loneliness: social loneliness, lack of friends and social networks; emotional loneliness, lack of deep emotional bonds; existential loneliness, awareness of subjective isolation; self-loneliness, disconnection from your own values and emotions. Most people try to fix social loneliness without addressing self-loneliness. But if you are disconnected from yourself, connection with others becomes superficial. The solution to loneliness is not simply more people, it is better architecture of connection. Connection requires vulnerability, presence, and psychological openness. These are skills, not traits. Your brain can be trained to connect. Neuroplasticity means loneliness is reversible. Social brain circuits strengthen with use. Oxytocin pathways can be rebuilt. Trust can be relearned. Even after years of isolation, the brain can reconnect. Small actions matter. Eye contact, listening, shared silence, honest conversation, physical presence. These are not trivial, they are neural exercises. But connection also requires internal alignment. If you avoid your own thoughts, you avoid others. If you suppress emotions, you cannot share emotions. If you dissociate from yourself, relationships become performances. Loneliness is often a symptom of self-disconnection. There is a cultural myth that independence equals isolation. But true independence is the ability to connect without losing yourself. Isolation is not strength. Connection is not weakness. The strongest individuals are embedded in networks of meaning. Loneliness also has a creative side. Many philosophers, artists, and scientists experience deep solitude. Solitude can amplify introspection and innovation, but solitude becomes dangerous when it becomes involuntary and chronic. The difference between solitude and loneliness is agency and meaning. Modern society is optimized for productivity, not connection. Cities are dense but socially fragmented. Work is efficient but socially shallow. Your brain evolved for villages, rituals, and shared narratives. Without these, loneliness becomes structural. Understanding loneliness is part of understanding mind architecture. Your mind is not designed to exist in isolation. It is a node in a network. Identity is co-created. Meaning is shared. Reality is intersubjective. If you want to design a powerful life,
You must design connection deliberately. Friendships, communities, intellectual peers, emotional bonds. Not many, but real. Loneliness is not a flaw, it is a signal that your brain needs synchronization with other minds, a signal that your nervous system needs resonance, a signal that identity is relational. In the end, loneliness teaches a fundamental truth. You are not meant to exist as a closed system. You are meant to be part of a larger architecture of minds. And when you understand this, loneliness stops being a prison and becomes a guide.